let's get out of here. Yeah, honestly. You know.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
And yeah, if you say you're here for Honora, then Honora will quickly claim that she was being kidnapped by you, which made a lot of players kind of instantly dislike her and say she's a backstabber, but it's like, well, I mean, she kinda, it's like, well, if she hadn't said that, she would have been taken right back to her room and be held captive until the Landsmeet. And Cathriel this boss fight is super hard, so the way Birch sees it, he's gonna stand down.
Wake up now! Calthrion is all that stands between us and freedom.
Are you sure this is what you wish? I'm surprised this ended peacefully. Bring the Wardens. Loghain doesn't care about the rest.
Eamon, we have a problem.
Andraste, watch over our friends in danger.
Calm down. What has happened?
The Wardens have been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free him.
Surely you mean them, Your Highness. We need Alistair too.
Yes, of course, I meant Alistair too. Calthrion will take him to Fort Draken. Getting inside will be no small feat.
Yeah, the way Birch side, you know, Loghain wanted him and Alistair and was hoping he'd let the others go, and if not, then he was prepared to fight. You know, at least this was the best way to get the Queen out safely as far as he was concerned. You know.
Oh, you're awake. I was starting to worry. I've been worse. I'll be better still when we get out of here.
And at this point, you can either wait for someone to come rescue you, or you can break yourself out, and you and Alistair can sneak out, but usually if I'm romancing Alistair, I have us break out together, but I also kind of like the idea of the Warden waiting around for their love interest to come save them, because that shows how much they trust their love interest and their best friend, and so yeah, Birch is going to wait around knowing that Zevran's going to come save him.
Who do you think will come? Oh, I wish I could see that. One person assaulting Fort Draken all alone.
Let's see, and who else do I want to come see? I'm thinking either Liliana or Morrigan. Just because Morrigan's pretty much one of his best friends at this point, along with Alistair and Zevran. But let's see. I think I'll send Liliana in with him.
I hope you're right.
Oh, look at that, Liliana approved. But yeah, you know, like I said, I love the idea of the Warden's love interest coming to their rescue. In this case, Zevran. You know, like Zevran's coming to rescue his boyfriend and is taking Liliana with him.
State your business.
Making a delivery for the kennels, sir. Beef bones for the dogs.
I wasn't told about anything being shipped in today. Well, the items are of a personal nature. No doubt he didn't want anyone to know.
Fine. Wait over there. I'll get the captain.
Not to worry. I can handle the captain.
Of course, but I'll keep a knife handy just in case.
All right, what's this about?
Making a delivery, Captain.
I wasn't notified about this.
It was a little spur of the moment, I'll admit. Cook at the Royal Palace had a lot of soup bones left over and wanted to send them to the dogs here.
Table scraps? Oh, maker. Fine, take them to the kennel.
Yeah, and if Liliana and Morrigan sneak in together, then they dress up as chantry priestesses and get in that way.
Be on your business.
Anything in here? No. Oh wait, yes.
As you like.
But yeah, you know, like I said, if I'm romancing Alistair, then I kind of have us break out together. But, you know, if I'm romancing another character, then they come save the warden along with another person the warden is close to. And, you know, Birch does come around to like Liliana after seeing
Point of putting Barristan
like being
inside
devout
the
on
fort.
Drosti, and she is a good person.
This might be tricky.
Have confidence. We will simply divert her and go on our way. On it.
What did you do?
I don't think we'll be able to talk our way past anyone back here.
We'll get there.
On it.
Intruder!
As you like.
Here comes trouble!
I mean, if you escape with Alistair, then you have to. Then you
This
can either
won't take
fight your
long.
way out, or you can grab a couple of disguises, and then you have to bloodthoof your way out because you get caught by the guards and they mistake you for one of them. Let's rescue the others before we go a lootin'. Well, there's a Harmon doing a bit of looting right now.
This won't take long. This won't take long.
Asking violence is a solution. Sometimes. Be careful!
As you like.
Oh, and for some reason, maybe it's because they're
On
DLC,
it.
but Shell can't come to the rescue.
On it. This won't take long. As you like.
Nothing in there. There they are.
There you are. Follow me, the Arl is waiting for us.
Ah, my dear Warden. Did you miss me?
I think I pretty much maxed out Liliana and Zevron there. Now, come on, let's get out of here. I think there's some useful item. I don't know. Hold on a second. I think there's nothing in here that we really need. But
We've got an intruder.
Of course.
Attack!
As you say.
I'll try to be merciful.
Very well.
Now we play a little.
You dare!
and yeah, the other reason Birch agreed to be captured was because
Awesome.
the other reason Birch agreed to be captured was because he
It will
knew
be
that
done.
Zebra would come rescue him.
Of course.
Honestly, we ended up coming through this place during the final battle anyway, so... Cool, let's get out of here. Okay, let's get out of here.
Yes. So, as you say.
This really gets the blood
As you say.
Now you die!
Let's make this quick.
Yes.
I never liked this part. You should run while you can. Let's end this.
Yes.
Si, Amora.
He just said, yes, my love. Nothing. Like, well, let's get back to the estate.
Yes.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. His demeanor changes when he's with you. There is a tenderness to his gaze I'd never seen till now. I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry. What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
Yeah. Zephyrin.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. Your wish? If they're dirty ones, certainly. Your wish? Again? I'm game.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
I can believe it. Though I'm afraid if we do not act quickly to erode Loghain's support, we may all be seeing a great deal of Fort Draken in the future.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it. Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me. I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
She does have a point there.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same. This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain. Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility. Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Honora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown. It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land. He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine.
You mean you?
We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like, marrying them really is kind of the best of both worlds because, you know, it's like, depending on if you harden Alistair or not, he does actually make a really good king, but, you know, she's actually got experience being queen, and the people love her. So, you know, it makes sense for her to not kick her out. You know, even though Birch does feel kind of bad about it, about trying to set his friend up in a political marriage for the good of Ferelden. Oh, look, it's Riordan.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken. It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Old Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim. We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down. Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
Honestly, he'd rather listen to Riordan about the Great Wardens than Wynne, who only heard stories about the Great Warden and didn't know much about what she was talking about.
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad. And very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me. But they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way. It was near 1,200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, though none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
I really like the Gordon armor.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken. When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike. Good luck to you, then. We will have to talk again when the Landsmeet is more settled.
Yes.